Okay, let's continue Section 2, Phases and Classification of Matter, by talking about the distinction between mass and weight. This is going to be a fairly brief video, but it's an important distinction to make between mass and weight. They're not the same thing. Always keep that in mind. Well, not always, but when talking about mass and weight, definitely keep that in mind. Mass is a measurement of the amount of matter contained within some object. Weight is the physical force of gravity on an object. Okay, so you can see, perhaps, hopefully, some of the distinction between them. Mass is the amount of matter. Weight is how much another object is pulling on that matter. So they're definitely related, because gravity is going to pull harder on something that has more mass. But they're not the same thing, because gravity is going to change from place to place, therefore weight will change from place to place. You, famously, will weigh 1/6 as much on the moon. You'll weigh 1/3 as much on Mars. You would weigh 5 times as much on Jupiter. That's a blatant lie. I don't actually know how much more you'd weigh on Jupiter, and also Jupiter doesn't have a solid surface for you to weigh yourself on. Whatever. Anyway, the point is, weight changes from place to place. Mass does not. Mass is constant. However, because weight is directly related to mass, if you know the force of gravity in a certain place, then you can use that to measure mass. And that's what we do when we use scales and balances. We're measuring the force of gravity so that we can find out what the mass of an object is. Mass, again, is measured in grams, kilograms, milligrams, things like that. Weight, because it's a force, is technically measured in newtons. But for now, just keep in mind, mass and weight are not the same thing. Mass is what we actually care about because we mostly care about the matter in an object, and we don't care nearly as much about the force of gravity on the object. In chemistry, we really don't care about gravity much at all. Gravity is a very inconsequential force. And that'll do it for this. See you next time.